hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Ultimate Stream, for your Patreon cast of the week, it's gonna be Larva and Flash. Top right, Larva. Bottom left, Flash. Larva doing 500 APM, well 400 now, but 500 at the start there. And Flash is at 400 APM, man. If you haven't checked out my thoughts on Andor, I'm trying to branch out. And I guess it's a Patreon cast, right? So, maybe we'll talk about that some other time. I'm trying to branch out to do videos maybe once a week about a TV show that I'm watching or a movie that I'm watching in addition to the StarCraft casts. So if you want to hear my thoughts, I write them. They are organized and structured, not off the cuff, like my thoughts on stuff when I'm casting StarCraft. So check it out. All right, so we've got Ed's SCV here on Ultimate Stream scouting out here. It's a giant 4-player map. SCV scouting or SCV barracks planting is a must. Yo, so look at this weird stuff here. We've got a base in your base here. I guess this is for walling off, and this is for walling off as well. But look at this. It's just like one big base for your first and your second base, and this is a spawn location. And this is a spawn location. And these are expansions all around the middle here. We've got expansions at the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock as well. A very weird map, Ultimate Stream. This drone is going to scout here from Larva after extractor tricking to get 10 supply out of 9 and building a spawning pool. So it's an overpool opening here, which is good because it's a proxy barracks here from Flash. He is planning on aggression, but he still has no idea where the Zerg is. Oh, he sees a drone. He sees a drone from going over there, so Flash says, maybe there is Zerg over there, and he adjusts the trajectory of his SCV and his Marine accordingly. Not this SCV. It's like, okay, so maybe it was an early drone scout. And, crap, there are already Lings here. Run! Run, SCV! Run, Marines! Our proxy has failed by standard random happen chance. Oh, boy. So, hatch down. We have 6 Lings on the way. Sub 3 minutes. Hurry! Whoa, with a factory. The Lings will scout the factory, but that's okay. Walling is more important. Hey, look, it's a factory in the wall. Says Larva. Will there be vultures in my future? Yes, there will. So let's throw down a sunken. Make a macro hatch. And let's try to contend with Flash's mech. Finally getting gas here as well, which, where's he going to get a third base? Now, here's the question. Do you want to take a third base in one of these inner ring expansions? Maybe a little bit closer to home. Actually, this is pretty close. What am I thinking? He's probably going to take a third base here. Not a problem. I think Larva has a plan. He'll be all right. He's going to go 3 hatch into Mutalisk, if I had to guess. Gonna force a lot of Goliaths out. Yeah, there we go. Lings do get in with the lift of the factory. They get a Marine kill. They're gonna get another Marine kill. And they do get another Marine kill and a scout. Oh, they see the starport. Is it Valkyries? Is it drop ships? Ooh, what evil lurks in the hearts of Flash here today? He's getting a sunken. The Lings, so importantly, scout the starport. Marine tries to get in here before the sunken finishes, and, I mean, he gets in here, but also immediately dies. Cool. Going for Vulture speed, control tower. Is there an armory? I guess this is going to be Vulture drops. So Overlord going to position itself to see the drop coming. We've got a Hydralisk den. No Mutalisks. Mutas are pretty good against Vulture drops, but Hydralisks can be as well, as long as they are positioned in a place where they can kill the Vultures before they do damage, right? Because, yeah, it's a drop ship. And, I mean, all Larva really has to do is kind of have Overlords in position here and, like, here and maybe one out here. And then the Vulture shows up in the drop ship and kind of gets killed by Hydras as soon as it unloads. So, I don't like this. I don't like that Flash is going for this. The Ling saw the starport. He knows what it is. Either it's Valkyries, which is the Hydra's counter, or it's drop ship Vulture, which the Hydra's also pretty much counter, you know? So, Hydra's countering pretty badly down here at the natural base. There is a bunker with one Marine in it. SCVs have to be pulled. And look at this group of Hydras being like, please unload here. Come on. And he's like, ah! Flash gets on out. I think the Hydras can actually do this. There's 2 dudes inside that bunker. Finally, a tank arrives. The SCV body block there by Flash was elite. Elite stuff, man. Third hatch finally on the way. The Vulture's juked back in. Nope, just kidding. Unloaded here. Got 1 drone kill. What the? I don't even know. Sure, man. 1 drone kill. Not the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's fine. Lair on the way. Cool. Spider Mines before siege mode. He's like, you know what I need against all these Hydras? Spider Mines. I think I disagree. I think I'd rather see siege tank, siege mode against these Hydras. Yeah, dropship just trying to provide a little bit of fear into Larva's soul here because he's like, no, what if? What if there are Vultures in there? What if I am not ready for them? What if they get in and kill some more drones? Would be bad. Engineering bay for turrets. There's nothing stopping the Zerg player from getting a Spire right now and trying to run you over with Mutalisks, but he's getting up. +1 attack for the Marines. There is... What? How many Marines are there? There are 4, okay, 5 total Marines. He's going back into infantry. He is making Larva think this is mech by getting Spider Mines, by getting Vultures, by getting a couple siege tanks. And then as soon as Larva goes home, he goes back into SK Terran. There's a hive on the way. There's metabolic boost on the way here too. Is Flash gonna trick Larva? Is this going to work for him? I'm kind of flabbergasted. I love this play out of Flash. The trickery. See, this is what makes the best players the best players. It's why Sulky is so good right now. He's good at standard play. He's good at cheesing, sure. But maybe the best thing he's good at is making you wonder what on earth he's doing. Because he mixes it up. Right? And there is a Spire coming in. But there's a hive, too. Is Larva just keeping his options open? He's getting Lurker aspects. Is he smelling something? Is he smelling what Flash is doing and not being fooled by it? Okay, look. Lurkers and Darkstorm are pretty good against mech. But Lurkers are what you go for when you think your enemy's going to show up with 20 Marines. Which he shouldn't expect. He should not expect that's what it is. That said, he's not getting anything like Spawn Broodling. He's not actually making Queens. He's not acting like it's going to be a million siege tanks he has to deal with. He's getting Adrenal. He's getting Ground Carapace. He's treating this like he knows what Flash is doing. There's a Defiler Mound. Siege mode's on the way. Marines moving out with tanks. Irradiate getting research. And the links... Okay, so now, look. Now he sees it. If he had started with, like, the lurker stuff now, I would understand. But, dude, how did he sniff that out? What did he scout? What did he see that made him recognize what this was? Because that is some Gosu level recognition that Flash was not actually going mech. I'm just going to say, 99 times out of 100, the Terran player opens up with vultures with speed and spider mines. It's a mech play. This is the time it's not. And by golly, Larva's as ready for this as he can be. Adrenal's finished up now. Consume is on the way. The lurkers are holding. They're getting irradiated, but there are more lurkers where that came from. And the Adrenalings jumping on the tanks. Oh, gosh, this was the whole answer to the lurkers, though. This is why... Okay. Somehow he squeezed 2 of the tanks away from the cracklings so they didn't die. That is some high-level, just slinky type of micro there. Oh, jumping right on this, though. Whoa. Tanks die immediately. They were injured already. And look at this. Larva's like, I know how to handle this. You thought you could trick me. I am not trickable. I am a Larva. Wow. Wow. Okay, so Flash is dead. It's 82 to 67 total supply now. Larva is up big time. He's getting a 4th base. The Terran army is much smaller than it should be because the first group got wiped out. These are Lings with a Carapace upgrade and Adrenal. The Scourge make... Okay, they get 1 science vessel, but then the lurkers come in. The micro is not great, actually, for Flash. He doesn't get those guys out of there. He's fully retreating back home now. And yeah, irradiate my lurkers if you want. You don't have enough science vessels to get them all. Yeah, Larva's in utter and complete control here. There's nothing Flash can do. I don't think he's getting out of his natural base here. Oh, 2 more science vessels die. The bunker gonna keep us safe. If that science vessel had died, I guess there was probably comsat energy. Also, maybe there wasn't actual comsat energy. He scans out, sees the lurkers go home, and says, okay. All right, man. 67 to 63 total supply. Zerg player's 4th base is going to finish up anytime now. He's got Consume. I haven't seen any Defiler play yet, but it's coming. And it's coming fast. Ultralisk Caverns on the way. This is SK Terran style out of Larva. After what looked all the world like a mech opening. I kind of want to go... I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and look at Larva's vision during that important time and see if he gets an Overlord in or... A Ling was inside Flash's base the whole time? I am perplexed by this, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. You and me. Falcon and the viewer. Okay, 4th base. Again, this is so bad. I'm just waiting for Flash to die here. Although, let's be real, it's Flash. If anyone can come back from this spot, which is so bad, it's the Flash. I like this little sneak up the left pathway, though. That left lane. Oh, man, the Dark Swarm lurker at your front door. I don't know what you do about that. He's splitting off some dudes to come home, and he's like, never mind. They can't do anything about this anyway. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I guess we base race for the win. We try to kill all the Zerg buildings before ours die, because I can't do anything about this. And Dark Swarm Ling shuts it down, and then lurkers come up your backside. Oh, GG. GG. This is happening. These guys somehow are alive. Miraculously, they killed every single lurker. Defiler's like, wait, what? I thought you guys were all dead. Stop killing my Lings. I need those for energy. Okay, we waited for the Dark Swarm to wear off. 14 kills, 7 kills, and 2 kills on these lurks, by the way. They jump in. They clear them out. Hold your horses. Oh, hang on. Everyone's dying over here now. Trying to keep an eye on both of these fronts. And Flash looks fine on one, but really bad on the other. Plague's on the way. Just trying to figure out how on earth a 2-basing Flash handles a 4-basing Larva with Plague, with Dark Swarm. Okay, he doesn't have Plague yet. This is it. This is the window wherein Flash can maybe win this game. He irradiates a Defiler there. God, the Dark Swarm not fast enough on the uptake on that one. The second Dark Swarm on the irradiated Defiler. Fire Bats are in, but Ultras are out. Oh no. Ultras with Chitinous Plating. Getting focused, but killing the Fire Bats. At least 2 of the Fire Bats die. That's huge. More Science Vessels dying. This Fire Bat's like, let me out. I want to attack Zerglings. Get him. He's doing all right. He's got 2 kills so far. Quick, fall back. This micro is insane. Fire Bat does explode there, unfortunately. Reinforcing dudes from Flash come in. Irradiated Ultralisks against Fire Bats is one heck of a battle. 53 hit point Ultralisk, pretty good too. Yeah, this is a game that any other Terran player would be dead by now, and Flash is still up here scrapping, clawing, trying to kill drones, reinforcing off of 2 bases, but that's it. GG. These fully healthy Ultralisks show up. I don't have the energy to irradiate them. They've got 5 armor. My Marines have a beautiful +2 attack, but it's not enough. Not against these big boys. And bam, GG. All right, tap that like button if you enjoyed the cast and the game, because wow, what a weird one. I must find out. I must find out. Let's get the music back. We ×2 it. He sees the factory. He sees the starport. We're going to turn off Flash's vision, and we're only going to see what Larva sees for the next little bit here at ×2 speed. Because a Hydra Den is a fine response to a mech opening, right? If it's going to be Goliaths and stuff, and maybe a couple of Marines. So the Link gets in, sees this expansion, sees the Vulture. Okay, that's interesting. That's good information to have. And then what? Again, still on the path with Hydralisks. The Hydras go across the map. Vulture, Vulture. Bunker at the front. Also fine. Remember, the Hydras come down here, and they almost bust through, and I kind of feel like they should have been able to, because there was 1 Marine in that bunker and 1 Vulture. But his Hydras are all getting extremely injured. He loses one of them. He goes for the 3rd base, recognizing this is still happening. That's not a canceled Nexus, or canceled command center. He's coming, not coming for me now. And then look at this. Speedy Vultures just walk inside the base while the dropship fakes out the Hydras. That's what happened. Oh, that's genius. So they're Speedy Vultures. He knows they're Speedy Vultures. He gets a hive. I mean, a lair. This is all fine. The dropship keeps trying to get in here. The Hydras rebuff them. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he gets any more scouting information. Let's ×4 it. It's one big dark fog of war on the other side of the map. And then he goes Queen's Nest, which again could be for spawn brutaling if you're dealing with mech. A Carapace upgrade, like all of this is totally fine. All of this makes sense to me if you're dealing with a meching Terran player. He gets metabolic boost. He sees a ton of spider mines outside his front door and goes, yeah, it's a lot of spider mines. Crazy. Wow. And then he gets a hive. And then he gets Lurker Aspect and Aspire. So I don't know. Is it just him keeping his options open at this point? He's just like, so I'm not sure what Flash is doing. If it's a lot of tanks, Mutas would be good. If it's a lot of, you know, Goliaths, Hydra Lurker is going to be great. If he tricks me by going into infantry, look at this ling spread too. That is gorgeous. Yeah, Flash cannot get across the map without being spotted by these lings. And then he goes, oh, it's a lot of Marines. Okay, cool. Well, let's fire up some lurkers then. Okay, man, that's just... I think that was just him preparing. He was just preparing for what potential eventuality could come out of that base for Flash. And then he's got lurkers, and then he's got consume on the way. And then he just cleans up from there. All right. Okay. And then from there, we know what happens. Flash, somehow, off of 2 bases and 8 barracks, manages to somehow get a win, or not get a win, but scratch and claw his way to 15 minutes in this game against Larva, who is just utterly prepared for everything. I mean, this did not go any worse than it did, which is a big thing for Flash, for sure. Yeah, he's sniping defilers, he's irradiating lurkers. He is producing like a madman. 360 APM, 2 Larvas, 400. And then look, he adds fire bats just for the Ultralisks to show up. I mean, Larva had this game on a wire. He was barely able to pull this off, and that's a GG, man. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Just a ridiculous showing from Larva of how to be ready for anything. He had Spire, Queen's Nest, Adrenal, Defiler Mound, Consume, Ultralisk Cavern. And if he didn't need the Ultras, he wouldn't make Ultras. And if he needed Mutas, he would have made a bunch of Mutas. And he made the Lurkers as soon as he saw the Marines. High level StarCraft here, folks. This is what we're here for, man. What a great Patreon game for the week of May the 15th, 2025. All right, 88,000 to 77,000 points in favor of the Zerg. Outproduced the Terran, got outkilled by the Terran by a wider margin, which is usually an indication the Terran won, but that's a pretty big chunk for only 16 minutes. What a game. What a game for 16 minutes. Ridiculous showing from Larva. I don't even know what else to say. He gets the win, but man, Flash made it hard. So that's why we love StarCraft. That's why I love StarCraft, and that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.